Good morning, my friends. Yes, today is the 3rd of September. If I'm not mistaken, is it the 2nd? No, it's the 2nd. I think it's the 2nd. It's the 2nd. Yeah, today is the 2nd day of September. Yes, we are getting closer to the end of 2024. And a lot of times people will have to use a year in order to improve. And I find that sad. You know why? Because it shouldn't take y'all to look at a couple of months to come up with change. Change happens on a daily basis. I don't know how much I gotta stress this to y'all. I don't know how much I gotta put this out there to y'all, but you're a human. You gon' switch up. It's natural. It's a part of your growth. You have a spirit inside of you. You are spiritual, for one, but you have another spirit inside of you, which is your intelligence, your conscience that holds an intelligence inside of you. And when it's time for that to step out here in the world, and when it's time for that to grow, you gonna be changing a whole lot of things about you, and a whole lot of things that be around you is gonna switch up. The scenery is gonna change. It's not gonna stay the same. It's not meant to stay the same, because that's a part of elevation. Elevation is something that happens when things around you and situations that you are in become better. In order for that to happen, that shit gotta leave. It gotta change. A lot of people, they don't understand elevation. They look at elevation as in just getting more. It's not about getting more. It's about changing. And, of course you're going to get more material wise. But the biggest part of elevation is spiritual growth and brain development. Becoming more intelligent on a common sense, on a level of having common sense, not becoming more intelligent, outsmarting the system, or becoming a better thief, or becoming a better dopehead, or becoming a better scam artist, or finesse king, or whatever the fuck y'all call it. No, that's not intelligent. That's stupid. You're not going forward when you think that way. You're going backwards. If you one of the type of people that like to get technical, looking at numbers, meaning money, and what you have as far as like things around you, and you think, you getting more because you constantly see growth around you material wise, you need help. That's not where it's at. It don't work like that. Because you know what I realized in life? A lot of people that I ran across in life, just because their material side is growing, they think they winning. And the instant they open their mouth, and the instant I do this, I could just give them a whole 360. And I look at where they at, that shit don't add up. I'm sorry. Now, yes, I believe everybody have, different wantings, and I believe everybody, think of things different than I do. But I believe, when common sense kick in, it's just some shit that's just not gonna change, bruh. Meaning the truth cannot be bended. It just can't be bended. It can't. You gotta grow up, and you gotta accept things for what it is. What made me really get on this video and get my brain pumping to throw this information at y'all, I just was on Facebook, and it was a video that I just was watching. And it was this worker, this man. He been in the restaurant business for like 40 years. Honestly, I'm going to tell y'all something. If it's something you like to do, man, I'm not against you doing something you like to do. But as a human, this is what I believe in. I believe in push. You know why? Because when you find one thing that you like to do, and you notice it's something you like to keep going back and doing, you take that one thing and you grow big, big, big from it. Now, this man, he was working at Applebee's. He made a comment saying he been in a restaurant business for like 40 years. I understand, like, some people, they get defensive. I like what I do. I don't see nothing wrong in me doing what I do. But this is where I see the problem. If you've been in a restaurant business for 40-something years, and you haven't opened up your own restaurant to work for yourself, to put in your own motion and what you like to do and run a restaurant at a steady pace for yourself under your liking and your being and your business, then something is wrong with that. Now, he getting on there talking about the problems he's scoring with the manager. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you work for other people, you gonna have a problem with the fucking manager, bro. That's just a part of it. I've been in retail. Well, I was. Fuck that. I'm not in retail no more. Praise God. Thank you, God. All the glory, everything goes to you. Thank you for finally letting me let retail go. For understanding that Dahmer too wise and too smart for retail, man. Fuck y'all. Retail is created, and I'm gonna be honest, this is what is really for, but it never get done that way, because when you get in it, you see it's too easy. Man, you are human, you are complicated, you're not easy. The common sense in you is easy, but the complicated part is you fighting off them fleshful decisions on not wanting to work yourself harder and sit down and make your brain open up instead of taking shit that's easy. See, in retail, that shit easy. You know, anybody could go score on a little drug test and still end up being high days later, score on a drug test, get in a job where they got to clock in and out, you know, do their little easy work, and then go home and get paid 1 check a day. That's easy. When you find yourself doing something that you really like doing, you supposed to make yourself grow with that shit. You ain't supposed to just keep going work with somebody else. And me personally, that's where he failed. Now, he claimed the woman was a racist woman. Let me tell y'all something. The instant you feel like race is a problem when you working with somebody in the business, especially a manager, do not stay there. I'm sorry. I'm a firm believer, and negative energy feeds off of negative energy. When I go in these jobs and I hear people bring up race and all of this, and they dumbass, duck ass, doofus ass still standing there, I immediately put it in my mind, okay, Dahmer got to come up with a plan to get from around this here, because this ignorance. First of all, when you speculate race in a job place, when you meet somebody and you feel like they racist, a person cannot sneak racial slurs and racial acts amongst your area. They can't do it to you. If the instant you meet a person, you know they kind of have that sickness in them. Let me point out that being racist is a sickness, is a mental illness. Why? Because nobody that walks in front of you is 100% Caucasian. Nobody that walks in front of you is 100% African American. That shit just is not true. You know it's not true. It's too mixed in with the race out here. And a lot of times, us people who are considered to be black, you know, whatever little mental slurs they got going on, we take that and we use that as an excuse to kind of, you know, put up some kind of a argumentation when shit don't go our way. But better yet, y'all sitting and eating around these bitches every day. I'm just giving it to you real. You could have been called off they was racist, but when shit don't go your way, now you saying they racist. See, people who bring racial things up, it be black people and it be white people, because y'all motherfuckers ain't 100% black. You just not. So you really be looking ignorant when you say that shit, when you bring this shit up, because you don't know what the fuck is in you. You know, I'm just being real with you. But y'all done got so mental, just because you come among somebody, you know, that's somewhat of the same skin shade, got the same kind of texture of hair, whatever the fuck, nose, man, y'all bitches go fall. I'm gonna tell you like this. Y'all people is not my people. Y'all people is, your grandma is not my fucking grandma. Your grandpa was not my grandpa. Your mama was not my mama. So with that being said, we are not, fucking whatever the fuck. I don't know how y'all certify race, but I be over that shit. I'm that shit mental to me. Y'all have mental problems. So with that being said, his story, he said, you know, he would come to work early, you know, every day, And I'm not gonna lie, the way he explained the situation, it could have been where the woman was being racist. But when you work somewhere, and you been working there, and you ain't never leave, why the fuck you ain't never leave? I'm pretty sure she been doing the racist shit towards him. He just stood there acknowledging the bullshit. See, what a lot of us do, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, let it go. Let it go, because all you doing is making yourself miserable. You have a lot of people today that will stand amongst other people to be negative and bicker back and forth with them. Do not let nobody make y'all bitter. I tell this to people over and over again, and they be strong in belief that they not bitter, and they be bitter as fuck. If you can go to work every day and you entertain gossip, you entertain drama, you entertain bullshit, you are a fuck person. You very negative, you very aggravating, you gonna stay where you at, and you broke. You ain't got no money because your interest is going in a negativity aspect. You not even worrying about your money no more. You going to work to lag around and be lesser than what you are. I done walked across I done been to so many different jobs, and I meet so many different people. And when I get to talking to them, I'm a motivational person. I'm a good positive influencer, and I'm a person about motivation because I like seeing people go far. It's just me. I love people. I'm not ugly with people. I like to see what people could come up with shit, because at one point I couldn't come up with shit myself until I really realized what I like to do. It's not about me sitting down trying to come up with shit on things that I'm not interested in. Dahmer got to be interested in whatever she around. So me talking to some of my old fellow co-workers, I asked them, so what you like to do other than this? Because once we get there, fuck, we on a grind, we on a mission, we already want more. And after the first week of pay, we see what it's hitting for, we see what we got to put in to get more. Okay, it's time to look for something that could bring that can make pay come in easier than this here. And more pay at the same time. It ain't fuck the plan on trying to come up off a meal, off of hunching your back over to make a one-day pay. We trying to get out of here. I mean, fuck, that's what Dahmer thinking. I'm not about to sit up here and fucking plan years around well, you could say a benefit, but around the income that have me struggling. It's just not gonna work. And then I'm gonna tell y'all something. God already told y'all, do not worry about the future. When y'all be planning the money goals for years later, you wonder why that shit never work exactly how you planned it all. Show me one person that got receipts, that got proof that they stayed where they was and it really paid off for them and achieving some of the goals that they have that was their dreams. I'm not talking about where they got settled. You know what I noticed what happened with people when they get settled? They get shit that's fair for their time being. And then they force themselves to be happy with what they have because they was too lazy to chase their dream on something they really wanted. Don't look at these mansions and these Ferraris and these Lambos and let them scare you off. They supposed to be attracting you, pushing you to want better. You know what I realized in life? People raise the numbers and they make things that look bigger and smaller scare people off. Meaning, just because you work one job, you feel like, oh, fuck, all the work I put in the hill, you think I'm gonna go somewhere, they gonna work me like a slave just to get... No, that's not what it's gonna be. A lot of people in these jobs, bruh, they either own fucking drugs, or they stealing, or they alcoholics, or they doing something they ain't got no business. The reason why they been there all them years, and these businesses don't belong to them. I'm just giving it to you straight up. I'm giving it to you cut. They don't do no work. They don't push themselves. They let go of themselves. They start losing themselves. They don't give a fuck. You do not want to get like that on a job. You do not want to get to where you barely doing your work. What's the reason of you going there? You know, now you turning decisive. You know, I'm being honest with you. You don't want to go on no job and sit on your ass, smoke weed, get drunk, steal. You know, you don't want to do that. That's stupid. You know, that's losing your self-worth as a person. You got to care about yourself more, because the instant you slack, everything around you gonna slack off. Now back to this man. The situation was, he come to work early. He's supposed to be to work for 8:30 in the morning at Applebee's every morning. He come to work early and she don't want to let him come sit in the establishment. But there's another man that she lets come sit in, and he's a Caucasian man, you know. Now, I don't know how long this been going on, but this is my thing. If this woman been doing you this shit, bruh, every morning, first of all, this is what I tell people. When you open up your eyes, now don't get me wrong. When you open up your eyes, once you see the day is in front of you, the whole day is fruitful. It's meant for you to go out there and multiply in intelligence and finding things that can get you closer to the things and goals that you want in life to achieve them. When you wake up, you're supposed to start sowing seeds verbally, physically, mentally, all of that. Your energy, everything around you supposed to be that hunch, that push, that excitement, that joy, that thrill, and knowing you about to conquer. You know, it's supposed to be like that. Now this man, I don't know if he, you know, I didn't even watch it long, because I ain't gonna lie. When stuff piss me off, I'm going the other way. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. He ain't bring it up. He ain't say in the beginning that was his first date. So he been there. He been going work at a job. Well, he got fed up one of the days and finally decided to get on the internet and let the world know how this woman, you know, been mistreating him. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. The apple don't fall too far from a tree. When you bickering back and forth with a person and you getting into it with a person, a lot of y'all fuck up. Y'all get fucked. Y'all fail when it come down to this. Y'all don't turn into the bigger person. Y'all don't remove yourselves. Y'all come up with this dialogue saying, and you know, yeah, I read it. I know, I heard of it before. You know, of course, you know, you keep your enemy as your friend, but that's to a furthest extent. That means you forgive them. You know, that's all I get from it. I'm not about to keep on going around somebody that keep fucking me and fucking over me. Now, what he was doing was, he had to be getting into it with the lady. I'm giving it to you cut. He peeped her snakeness, and he kept going, sitting back and giving himself time to get angry, you know, over the period of days that he had been going, and knowing he was going to click out on her. I'm going to give it to y'all like this. When you tired of somebody and when you peep the snake in the bitch, you will click out on them. It may not be that day. It may not be that hour, but it's going to come out. So that intelligence in you, you got to sit down and you got to remove yourself from it, because you're not going to let nobody play on you, bro. That's just that's a part of you. It's not going to happen. You're going to get into it with them. You're going to remember that shit. You're not going to forget it. You can put it off to get what you got to get money-wise, you know, just for your little playing and making yourself suffer. But human eventually speaks up for himself or herself. Like they say, the truth will come out. And he was stupid for staying there and knowing the hoe was racist. He was dumb, but he put himself in that situation because he could have been left. He sat up there, and instead of making a situation better for himself, he stood up there to stay around a woman bickering with her back and forth. Man, y'all not winning like that. Y'all keep going around people being ugly with them. Stop going around them. If you gonna go around them and you know there's a person you don't fuck with, don't talk to them. If they got something you need, go get it on your own. Because what you doing is you going around them and y'all being ugly. Let it go. Stop going around people that you don't fuck with because you don't like them. And what you doing is you being just as ugly as them. And that shit looks stupid. It's ignorant. So check this out. This particular morning, and of course he recorded it all. He got it on video. You know, the woman called the police on him. Now, I'm going to tell you this. When a person trying to fuck you, of course, I believe, you know, what he was saying, it could have been the truth. She could have just flat out tripped out on him this morning. Normally, she probably, you know, But when I this is what I realize about managers in the working business. When they already trying to get rid of you, bruh, it could be something so small. They not gonna give you no chances. They ain't got no open arms for you. At this point, he's upset. He got her on camera. He outside. He holding the camera on her on establishment. This woman, see, he's losing because he could have walked off. He could have quit. You know what? I quit. I don't want to work here. Dahmer walked off from plenty jobs where I realized when managers was being ugly with me, you know, because I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm not about to sit up there and argue with you, bitch. I'm going to jump on you. I'm being very straight up with you. My patience for people who I see be trying to act ugly with me, I'm not going to give you the time of the day to keep going back and forth with me. Now, if we discuss something, not if, I take that back. When we discuss the problem on how I feel, like what's going on with you, I'm going to discuss with you how I feel, what you doing ain't right. And if we can sit down and become adults and try to straighten and work this shit out, I'm going to stay. Because that's what happened to me back then when I was in retail. That's why I kept staying in retail, because what these niggas was doing me, I bring up something on what made me uncomfortable at the job to management, and they'll talk it through with me, you know, try to get shit straightened out and woo-the-woo. But what happened is another problem that'll arise. Now, this is what God put the intelligence in you as a human and show you just can't get along with these people. It's not meant for you to stay here. You're better than this. You put into too much work towards what they put in. They don't give a damn about the job or they self. You know, what they and strengthening their work aspects of them mentally and physically. They don't care. They're just there for something easy, and they around there making everybody else miserable, complaining about shit, talking about what they ain't got. You know, all of this. They don't care. You know, talking about other people. Man, people like that fucking miserable. They don't have nothing going for themselves. They don't want to offer themselves nothing, but they want to offer themselves the negative aspects of living. They don't care to push themselves to say, you know what, I'm not going to talk about this person. I'm going to be the bigger person. When this person come around, I'm going to speak to this person. They're not going to do that. They going to shorten themselves, and they setting out them problems to come back around to them. I can't fuck with people like that. See me, I'm bigger than you. And now when I say that, let me explain what I mean when I say that. When I say I'm bigger than you, I came up with this when I get into conflict situations. Not saying I'm better than anybody. I ain't that kind of person. I'm not going to put nobody down to uprise myself, but I'm going to hold myself at the most high. You know, it just is what it is. But when I say I'm bigger than you, I mean that on a level where I'm not going to drag myself through the hell waters to get even no more. I used to do it a lot. A lot of times I knew the consequence. I was going to be fucked at the end, but I know you definitely was going to be fucked also, meaning I didn't care if I was going to be fucked off as well as you, because I was going to make sure I was going to get even. Now, in a lot of cases, you have people that just feel like they so right and they know they be wrong. Now, on this video, of course, he talking loud. He ain't cussing out or nothing like that, but he hostile. Let me tell y'all duck y'allself. When I mean duck y'allself, y'all get stupid when y'all get ignorant. He gave her that free will to go in that office and call that police while he out there recording, being hostile, causing a disturbance in front of the workplace. I'm just telling you how the police gonna hit you. Because when I went to jail, it blew my mind. But I was in the wrong because I felt my spirit was weak around the time. The devil got a chance to come in and play on my intelligence because I couldn't outthink it. When you angry and when you know your level of anger, I'm going to tell you something. Everybody know their level of anger. They know when they going to start cussing a bitch out. They know when they going to start trying to throw their hands up, trying to fight a bitch, all that. They know that's in them. Everybody know their level of anger. Some people know they get angry and they can shut up and sit down and think and listen to the other person talk and say what they got to say, even though they mad. See, that's a strong motherfucker. A lot of y'all ain't got that in y'all yet. I'm warning you. If you are one of those type of people that cannot control your anger and you're not humble enough, you need to make those decisions beforehand and just quit. Just leave. because you're going to be in a worse situation than what the situation is. Now, this is how she played him. He doing all that, talking about all that. Now, I don't even know if the police arrested him. I don't know what they did. But he wasn't wild and throwing shit at the place and cussing out and none of that. But he was loud and causing a disturbance, a disruption. So, of course, when the police pull up, the police is going to do their job. They going to see he being disruptive in front of this lady business, you know, and they going to ask him to leave the premises. Now, whether he's a worker there or not, of course she's going to give him the pink slip. The hoe going to let him go. Because she didn't call the police on you, bruh. She ain't about to sit up there and let you come back up in there after she called the police on you. Now, he exposed her on the internet. I'm going to be honest with y'all. A lot of human beings today, they like to see shit instead of hearing about it because they don't believe it unless they see it. So I believe, you know, that's why he made it made it on the internet and got it on the internet, because a lot of y'all like to see confrontational confronts, meaning y'all like to see this shit live in action. You know, see me, I don't gotta see it. Once you tell me, I'm running from it. Honestly, I don't want to see it because it's too much feeding into my atmosphere. I don't care about it. Brush it off. Fuck it. You know, he getting into it with the woman. That's the only thing I see in this situation. It's a negative aspect. It ain't just about the biggest principle of her being racist. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you was intelligent enough to understand anybody who entertain anything that's racial, they just as negative. Let it go. Y'all free now. You know, the only thing a person can do towards you is act ugly towards you. You can go get a job like them. You can work what they have. You can go to school like them. This ain't on no racial shit like how it was before y'all got the rights and was able to do what y'all was doing. Y'all ain't out here picking no cotton. Y'all ain't out here doing all that shit, so let it go. Stop bringing up this white black man shit, and y'all got just as much freedom as them because they making y'all look ignorant. I'm being honest with y'all. Let that shit go. If they being ugly towards y'all, they being ugly. It's nothing more, nothing less. Few words to me, that can't do me shit. You can't take the fact that I can wake up and go and grind and hunch and ride in the same car like you, sit in the same neighborhood like you, you know, etc. I mean, it just is what it is, you know, and they know this already. You know, that's something in them that's a mental problem. That's something that's wrong. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they should have been providing checks, mental health, when it come down to people who always diss up the white man or the black woman. Anything racial, y'all bitches got mental problems, because at this point you are not all the way one race, so you dissing yourself. Now, back to the situation with him. When you are in a situation like that where you can't think on your toes and a person about to fuck over you, you gotta go through shit like that to learn to get better. A lot of y'all don't go through shit like that and learn to get better. Y'all still get more rowdy. Y'all still get more hostile. Anytime you in a situation at a job where you see it's at the end, because at that point, that was the end of it. When she let him know he couldn't come in there, she firing him. But in her mind, she thinking he gonna just walk off. He gonna quit. I know, like some people say, I'm not gonna be no quitter. Let me tell you something. Fuck it, quit. They got so many jobs out here. Just as well as you got that job, go get another one, because you're going to get into it with them and it's going to be on her level where she calling the police. She trying to get you arrested. She fucking over you even more. She trying to get it where she really hating off you. She trying to get it where you can't make no money. See, one thing about Dahmer, I'm always going to think on my toes with that. You not going to fuck me in the end where I can't get nothing else for myself. Now, I already see you trying to fuck me, but I got to clear you off, move you out the way for what in that area where you can constantly torment me at, and leave you alone and go somewhere where you can't do it to me no more. See, when a person they gonna try to get you to where they can't get you no more, and that's where he let her win. When he could have just got in his whip and went to the you know, to a place or the library and go look for him another job, man. Y'all gotta let this shit go. Y'all don't owe these people nothing, you know. And then when you talk to them at the jobs and they say everything that they have to offer and they still be there, you be like, what the fuck? You know, why you still here and you ain't making nothing? I'm talking about I start asking you about your dreams. What's your dream car? What's your dream house? You know, are you the type of person that's just satisfied and riding in a beat down ass Toyota? You know, we in 2024. I'm being honest with y'all. All y'all adults that sit back and try to, you know, it, and I'm not gonna shit on y'all. I'm not gonna, you know, because I ain't gonna lie. Everybody go through things in life, and sometimes people mental cannot deal with, you know, keeping up with having the greater things in life and pushing themselves and making sacrifices and knowing you're gonna have to lay low for a while instead of just grabbing shit, you know, just for time being and being appreciative. You were supposed to be appreciative every day of every little thing that float amongst you, you know, and you're supposed to keep going. A lot of y'all, you know, who come amongst these new kids today, y'all got to get better, because I'm going to tell you something. Coming amongst a kid at the age in your 30s in a year of 2024, you know, riding around in a 2008, 2010, you got to get better than that, because you too old for that. You supposed to want the best in life. Don't sit down and be a hypocrite, meaning you telling a person what's best for them, and then you gonna put you down and say, well, this was what was best for me. No, that's not what was best for you. Every day you got up and you went to work, you knew it was something that came in front of you that looked better than what you had, but you decided to try to get lazy and stick with what you already had instead of upgrading yourself. Let it go. I say this shit a million times, and I say it over and over again. It's just like when you go in a person's house and they got these old ass sofas, these old ass TVs, and then they try to brag on their bank account. Bruh, a bank account is put there to put money in and out of the bank. I don't know how much I gotta stress this to y'all. It don't matter on how much money you save. When you die, somebody taking your shit out there just as much as you putting it in when you was living. It don't make no sense. It's kind of like y'all people done got mental. It don't make no sense to be living in the house with furniture years old, a car parked outside that's years old, and try to sit up there like you big dog and you made it. And you didn't sit on your ass all these years and ain't upgrading shit. Man, go get you a new sofa. Go get you a new TV. Go get the new TV that's out. Come on, let's keep going, because all this shit that these people they get piece for piece. And then they brag on it, but they ain't trying to brag on nothing bigger that they could get better for themselves. It's about upgrading. Because every time these months and these years pass, it's something new that's put out there for you to try to go and get to give yourself better. Y'all start getting comfortable and settled with having nothing. Now, the only way I could let you defend yourself on having something old that you don't want to get rid of is because you don't like the new shit that they put out. I'm back down. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's a lot of old shit I like, not old shit that I like that look better than a lot of new shit they got out now. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you in this aspect. It's a lot of new shit that look real fucking flossy, you dig? It look good. That shit hot, B. That shit is up there. It's some shit I gotta get my hands on. So I'm knowing it's a lot of the things that have floated amongst you. You heard me? That's new out here that you can go and get. Stop sitting on your back. If you tired, switch up your food. Yeah, it's that crucial. It's a way out. You know, better your health where you can get this energy. I ain't saying go take a bunch of fucking 5-hour energy or stacks or none of that where you in a hospital with a heart attack or what. No, you don't go about it like that. Stop trying to take the easy way out. That's trying to take the easy way out. It's work, it's effort, and it's patience, and doing and whatever you gotta do. Man, these people y'all sitting around, yeah, y'all love them, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of these people y'all sitting around, they not motivational. They ugly. They very ugly. I'm sorry, y'all bitches ugly. They sit around y'all, and you know, they not talking about what they trying to get next. They bragging on what they got. You got that shit already. That shit don't look good. You know, I won't sit around people who talking about shit they ain't got and say how they trying to get it. They need, you know, man, look, I'm trying to come up with this, man. We on the come up. We not on bragging on something I already got, man. I got this shit already. I don't give a damn. I like it, but I want more. I'm trying to see what else Dahmer Mind can come up with. You hear me? I'm trying to see what else I can do. I want something new. I'm not gonna keep waking up looking for the same shit over and over. You're not supposed to do that, man. Today is a new day. I don't want to hear nothing about that happened yesterday. If you mad with somebody on shit they did you years ago, stop bringing that shit up. Y'all look bitter and ugly. Y'all look so ugly when y'all talk about that. Man, it be a whole nother day. A nigga sitting down talking about something they did them years ago. Why they don't fuck with them? But mind you, when you look in their corner, don't nobody fuck with them because they that bitter. Come on, son. People change every day. It ain't no reason for you to keep on talking about a person bringing negativity from shit that happened days ago and the next day. That's why them kind of people don't have nothing. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop doing that to people. Now, at this point, a lot of y'all, I want y'all to sit down and I want y'all to, if you got a crib, fuck. If you like me and you staying with your moms and your pops, fuck. Look at your room. Look at your car outside. Look at what you have and try to come up with something better than what you got. You got too much time. What else could you possibly do besides get better? Stop holding the shit that you got, flexing off, talking about what you got. You didn't got lazy that fast. Peep game. You got lazy that fast. You know, oh, I already got this. I already, You know, you trying to snooze and lose. You trying to snooze and lose. Don't do that. Because if you pay attention, the shit around you gonna always be around you. When you become a person that can adjust to the cycle of life that's very healthy and intelligent, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna always evolve. It's gonna be in you because you're gonna want better for yourself. You're gonna always evolve. A person that's kind of in the slumps, dealing with mental health, they not gonna evolve. They gonna start coming up with all this crazy shit. Look at the shit amongst us. Not because they got lazy. They looked at something that was for $50 and that $200 is high to y'all. Nah, it ain't no way in the world $200 should be looked at as expensive to you living in 2024. Baby, $200 it should cost y'all shoes. Not even your shoes if you a fashion fanatic. Shoes nowadays, you know, when you find something that look good, of course they come in different price ranges and sizes, but I'm talking about people that want the best of the best, the ones that say, oh, that's that good shit there. You know, they from the fabrics to the material, they know this shit is expensive because it's supposed to last longer or whatnot. Why you don't want to get this shit to yourself? You know, at this point, $200 is looked at as like $10 to Dahmer. That's not money to me. That's not a lot of money to me. I don't care what it's on. I don't care what it is. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with y'all. Where I come from dealing with money, maybe it's looked at like that to me because of the amount of money that went from my hand to hand. That's not a lot of money. You know, something that I have to put up that's at least $200, $300. Man, fix y'all vocabulary. Y'all are cursing yourselves to stay in that field of finance. I tell people it's not about what you do, it's about what you say. You know, from now on, when you pick up something that's $50, man, this shit cheap. You know what you're doing? You are leveling up your mind and financing. You pushing yourself. I don't need you coming around me talking about, oh, that's high. And I done spent $40 on an appetizer. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm sitting around people like that, man. Y'all people make me feel low. Y'all people make me feel like I ain't gonna never get up. You know why? Because y'all getting in that comfort of making that amount of money. Stop making yourself comfortable with chump change. That's chump change. My grandpa used to tell me that. My dad's dad. Come on, chump. You see this chump. Man, I took that shit with me and I'm gonna keep that shit with me because that's from my grandpa. Man, that's chump change. Stop sitting up here circling yourself around $20 and feeling like you got a little change in your pocket. Nigga, you ain't got nothing. You hear me? Today, $20, you almost nearly bought one snowball with $20. I'm being honest with you. Y'all got to come up off of that, out of that dark hole, out of that dark tunnel. Y'all got to forgive these people. You know, y'all got to let it go. Y'all blocking off God. You keep thinking about how shit used to be in the past because that's Satan playing on your mind. He making you forget today. Today is not yesterday. Today is not years ago. It don't work like that. You know, it's a whole lot with y'all, man. And I ain't lying. I could sit on here for days and talk about shit, but I gotta break this shit up because I gotta get back to me. Now, I do for you, do for me, do as unto others as I do unto you, but I gotta get back up here and get my mental to grow up bigger for when I get back out here in this world again, because I know this God be putting me up amongst the majority of y'all people that I just talked about, and y'all people be my main enemies. Y'all people be my main enemies in it because y'all be jealous that a nigga be getting as much as a nigga get, and then slowly, gradually, I notice you taking the same road. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I need y'all people to do is I need y'all people to start acknowledging the best out of the best in everything. Stop thinking about you. You know, straight up. It comes times in life where I'm going to tell you something. You got to pass up that little 20 an hour. You got to, yeah, that ain't nothing. What you mean? They giving you this, nigga. What you giving yourself? You supposed to sit down and want to put you in it. You know, the more you can put you in it, the more you're going to get out of it. Stop taking shit easy. You know, that's laziness, man. And I'm going to keep this YouTube, and I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to bring y'all with me. I'm going to show y'all how to get it. I'm going to show y'all how to talk and how to deal with people. We not going to sit up there and say, fuck people. Man, people be this way. You putting that spirit on them people before you get out your car. See, I tell people, that spirit you looking for, when you speak that upon about people, them people going to come around you. People are spiritual. Before you get out that crib, before you get out that bed, before you get out that car, man, you know what you're supposed to be saying? Man, I'm about to walk across millionaires today. I'm about to meet people that I'm going to become friends with. Stop running from friendship. Y'all people so mean and ugly. Oh, I ain't trying to keep that many friends. For what? Bitch, you can't come up around all this shit by yourself. You need people. You know, when you go to the bank, you got to talk to people to get your money. You might as well let it go, bro. You know, be nice to people. Be open to meeting somebody with a different mind. Know that everybody different. Look for difference. Stop looking for you and other people. Look for that one person that could sit amongst y'all that have something that's different than what all y'all have. All y'all ain't got to be rocking alike to be friends. Honestly, when I used to hang out with people, all of us had something different about us in the group. I'm not trying to sit amongst somebody who got what I got, because I'm going to tell you something. When you that kind of a person, you shortening yourself. You not letting yourself learn nothing more. That shit aggravating, bro. You need to sit down and come up out that jealousy pit and start acknowledging others. And you need to give yourself more, because you making yourself miserable. And when these people get to talking to you, y'all, they be so sad. I'm talking about sad. I be like, oh, I could play a fucking violin. It be the saddest stories. I'm like, same. All you got to do is go take a walk. I hear people complain about the outside, how I feel, but better yet, when you get in your car, what you see people jogging and all that shit. It be hot as hell outside, and then you got a person that just sit in their house, talk about people all day, eat like a fucking pig, don't do shit. I'm talking about, oh, it's too hot outside. Say, son, I hope you know they got bottles of water at the Dollar General. I hope you know they got handheld fucking fans. They got gym shorts, Nike shoes. It's ways to keep cool out there. Yeah, it's always a way. But when a nigga have that negative energy in them, son, they not going to get up and they not going to do it. They not going to go for nothing. They going to criticize something everybody else work for. They not going to see the good in a person. If a person they got into it years ago come amongst them, they going to cut them off. You know, from shit that happened years ago. Nigga waking up the next day still talking ugly on somebody, and a nigga ain't even talked to them, ain't even called them that day. Son, what's wrong with you? Something wrong with you. That's a mental problem. You talking about shit that a person did you, and they ain't even call you that day. What did they do you that day? It's another day. Like y'all, man, God put that spirit on people for reasons, because he be punishing them. Let it go. Let it go. What, you know, fuck. That's mental problems. You know, you sitting on here bickering about something that happened a long time ago, man. Something wrong with you, bro. I'm being honest. And I'm gonna be honest, the more you chase God and the more spiritual you become, you're not gonna give a fuck if people act ugly with you doing today, because you know when they come back, if you bring it up to them, they will apologize for it. That's stupid. You waste time. What you sitting up here getting mad at somebody for, and they can come back and apologize to you for something and have a change of heart. I don't get it. You know, it's something I don't get. I sit and people bring shit up, and then I'm running out the seat, leaving, going in the next room. I don't want to hear this shit. You know, I got shit that I'm trying to get. You know, as you see, I'm running from the situation. That shit tire me down. That's exhausting. I don't see how y'all do it. Dahmer can't do it, man. I'm excited. I want to see what God got for me today, whether it's a friendship, something, you know, in conversation, or something that I find, something different, you know. All this other shit, man, I don't want to hear about that shit. But the whole aspect of this video is stop being fucking ugly. Stop being negative. Stop looking at what other people have. You ain't even paying attention to your own hand. You looking in their hand. Your hand still empty. But you sitting up here like this, looking at how they got this, and you ain't even figure out on how to get what the fuck you trying to get for yourself. Stop doing it. You know, y'all type of people, man. Y'all bitches snakes in a hut. I sit back and y'all all look for something easy. And then when you go amongst them at these jobs, you know, and retail or whatever you may have, they sit back, oh, this is my job easy. I ain't got to do shit. Bitch, you feel good sitting back looking like a big old funky husky ass booger telling me you got a job where you ain't got to do shit. It's made. You ain't going nowhere. You done gave up on yourself. You ain't even the type of person that push yourself. But if I pull up here in a fucking, what's the name of it? If I pull up here in a Bugatti the next day, you quick to ask me how I got it. But mind you, notice, I don't even work there with you no more. See, it's crazy. But everything that God show you it is what it is. When you see what it is, you gotta keep going. And I can promise you, those people that offended you, that didn't treat you how you wanted them to treat you because you wanted them to be that pushing, confident of a friend, a lot of times, y'all, just like y'all family, y'all friends, these people don't have it in them to keep pushing themselves to go for it. They need you to go get it. I'm being real with y'all. It ain't that they don't want you to have nothing. They didn't got so upset and tired with themselves. They gave up. They mentally drained. They don't know how to give it to themselves no more because they can't overstep that one step in life with not worrying about another person. They too busy bickering around people. They didn't move in areas around people they bicker with and that they don't care about. They didn't surrounded themselves in stores around people who bicker back and forth with them, getting up, going to work, talking shit about their coworker. Why the fuck you won't work and keep going around something like that? You miserable. You shouldn't want to be around nothing like that. A lot of times, if you pay attention, when you start succeeding in life and you go amongst those people that you feel you wanted more out of them, you tend to push them. You know why? Because of course they want you around. Man, you got better than what they have. Why wouldn't they not want you to be around? Some people turn sour and negative on you because they feel you left them. You know, they looking for you to check in. You know what I say? A person you really care about and you love and that you friends with, you gonna always go dip back down on them. Whether you got more than them and they still fucking off, even if they miswrong you. Once you consider somebody as your friend, you care about them, you don't cut that off. You got people today that look for them back out of other people. I learned people. It don't work like that with people. A lot of people today, son, they really gave up. And when they start seeing you succeed, then you start seeing them opening up. Then you start seeing them, you know, I need to get better for myself. You probably never heard them say that shit in years since you known them. But it always take you or them to start wanting better. You know, and I hate to say it, some people, it take another person amongst them to want better for them to realize they need better. It's just life, bruh. Some people don't notice it until you bring it up. Cause they mental so far gone, they can't come up with it no more. They can't come up with it no more. They can't sit back and remind them of the knowing. I call it the knowing, meaning this shit they already know. But they overlooked it for trying to run out there in the world and be hateful and be bitter. Man, I look at a lot of y'all, man. Y'all some hateful, bitter ass people. A lot of shit y'all got it just to say y'all got it. And then when y'all get it, y'all don't want. That ain't what y'all really wanted. Man, I ain't got to validate none of y'all. Bitch, I was catching the bus. I was walking. Some days I used to let the bus pass me up for a bitch. I'm being honest. If you really want to get down to the nitty gritty with Damara, we not going to be bickering, baby. We going to go. I'm going to take it there. I'm going to be honest with you, because people nowadays, and I ain't going to lie, this is where the world made it easier for y'all. You know what I said? If they paid people based upon their personality, it'll be so much jealousy in this world. And they do it now, but they don't do it all the way now. Because pay attention, anybody can go apply to be a cashier. You notice that? Y'all don't think that's weird? You go and apply for a job that another person can get the same title as you. See, this is where I started leaving jobs like that. And I got away from them. You know why? Because I realized you ain't supposed to have what Damara gonna get. My blessing is not your blessing. These jobs wasn't no blessing to Damara. These jobs was using me. They was making more money off of me than what I was getting from them. And that shit wasn't fair. That shit ain't gonna go like that. I had to wake up and realize that, oh, I'm thinking just because I get somewhat of the cut, you know, I could let you use and toy with me and come up off for millions. Oh, hell no. The reason of me coming to you to get money is to try to get the most I can get. Why this can't be no fair split? I'm being real. Why this can't be no fair split? You heard me? Why this can't be no fair split? I'm being real. Why it can't be no fair split? I had to get smart, bro. Intelligence. I'm telling you. And then I realized when you get to the jobs, the people that make more money there, they don't want to let it go because they realize they make more money than you. They done got that bitter where they taking positions to mouth off that they make more money than what you make, but they working for somebody else. Come on, son. You won't roll with me, but bitch, you ain't rolling with me. You still working for somebody else. Can I still take your spot? Can I still take your job? Technically, yes. So what you putting off? You didn't waste your time. You still getting a spot where a nigga could get rid of you, son. I'm just being real with you. People ain't got that mental today. As long as they making more than another nigga, they feel like they winning. You don't win with that. That's how the world blinding y'all, and they snaking y'all because they still getting what they gotta get out you. You know what? We gonna put it to them. You such and such. You make more than Billy. Billy have to hunch and work, but you get to sit on your ass, but you and Billy still work at the same spot. Come on, let's make it make sense now. Nigga then snaked you that much. You taking a job because you feel like when you go walk amongst the people, oh, I make more than this. You know what? You bring up when you make more, when you succeeded, when you got it, then you let it go. That's supposed to be something that's always in rotation, or you talking about your achievement. Not just something you keep on bringing up to the people. You know, I peep game. You know, I peep the little shit, the little jealousy in people. Now, I didn't claim set amongst you. You've been working here for what, about 5? I say 5, some of them 10, some of them 20 years. They feel like they big dog bringing that shit up in front of you. But when I say, hey, give me a ride home, we gonna walk to the parking lot. Son, we in 2024, but son, in a 2021. What the fuck? But you been working here for 30 years, but you think you so big dog in my face. I'm being real with you, son. Like, these people that mentally grab y'all from the truth. You got a job because you wanted money. When you saw you wanted money, then commercials run across your TV screen when you at home. You could not listings, but advocates come across the radio when you in your car. They promoting shit, new shit. You see this shit is shit you want, but then you going home saying I can't afford that instead of saying I need to go look for a better job. Yeah, it's real. That mental torment is real. I watch how people play on people mental all the time. I was one of them. I had to go through psychiatry and all of that, and I'm sitting up here saying I'm a believer of God. Man, y'all know what I started doing to people? I started wanting to go click out on them people in the sessions. I started bringing God up. Straight up, bitch, I want to hear what you got to say. What you going to tell me is something man-made too? You know, I'm sitting amongst another person who drugging me, telling me something wrong with me. But then when I ask them about do they want to stay where they at, you know, oh, I do want to make money down the line. Then they clicking Dahmer head. You see, Dahmer ain't no jelly bean, bruh. Dahmer ain't no dummy. That's what you got me here for. The more you rotting my thoughts, making me think something wrong with me, the more visits you gonna get, the more money you gonna get. See, when money behind it, man, that shit dead. Like I tell people, some people, okay, of course, when they get out of control, I believe human has a time and point in life where they go too wild and they need some type of help to snap them back to reality. But this ain't no shit that's forever. Y'all go amongst these people, letting these people make y'all feel like something wrong with y'all. This some shit doctors, man, came up with. I ain't never read in the Bible where God speak upon a schizophrenic, a bipolar. I never read in the Bible where God bring them money-making organisms up amongst his people. Man, y'all gotta get wiser than that. Man, these people don't give a fuck about y'all. They giving y'all shit. Y'all could go take something and clash out as soon as you walk out. But they getting paid for being able to readmit you to a mental facility. Yeah, it's that real. I'm telling you. I done went to the crevices of earth where I done seen the evilness in people and the selfishness in people to get what they needed to get at the end and build you on that, make you that last brick that they pile up bricks on to make it to the top. Straight up. And I sit amongst people, I'm looking, I'm like, say, son, you know, it's very funny you gotta point all this shit out about me, but what about you? Yeah, a nigga ain't gonna point out nothing about them, but when you getting to put the shit, laying the real shit on the table and they come up, then that's when the truth come out. But you know, if I wouldn't have said nothing, you would have been trying to get a free ride off my back. No. You know, no, that shit don't work like that. And today, you don't have that many people that's gonna put it out there to y'all like that. But you gotta keep reminding yourself, man, I am more than what people tell me I am. Can't nobody tell you nothing about you. The only thing they can tell you about you is what you put forth out to them. I'm being honest with you, and I'm gonna give you something smart. What I realize, being a put on, a ultimate put on, a person that's a put on, they gonna front to you something to give you a thinking of them on who they are and what they really do. They gonna give you all that. But a true put on, that ain't the kind of person they be. For real. People, I know people that'll come amongst you and a put on so they can't put on no more. As soon as they pull off, they're a completely different person. I done met people that done show me them giving certain people certain things and certain images of them because that person made them feel like they wasn't good enough to get the real them. I'm a firm believer in it. A lot of people put on for y'all and make y'all talk about them, and y'all talking about nothing. That ain't even how they coming. I'm being real with y'all. You know, because people today, if you pay attention, people want to be valued. That's all the world about, is being valued. When you go apply for these jobs, what's happening? You go and apply for a job to get money to become a better citizen in the United States, to build a life for yourself. They giving you a job to try to help you. What that lead to help? They valuing you. When you go in a store and they set these stores up clean and they put all of this stuff, they valuing you. They giving you a place to come where you feel valued. Human like to feel valued. But today what I noticed, they done got so human is so intelligent, they know how to trigger human. Just as much as human like being valued, they done mentally beat human into feeling unvalued. You got some people, which was me. I used to look to get fucked over. I ain't lying. It was a different rush. It was a different feeling. Yeah, we got it. We the crevices of the earth. We don't deserve nothing. We don't deserve the best. And it's crazy. I'm being real with you. At some point in life, human come to a point where they want to be thrown around like a scumbag. You got people getting paid to devalue human. Look around. Look at all your rappers. Look at all your people in entertainment. They getting ass naked in front of y'all, all that. They violating themselves for $1. But then it went to that far where human like being devalued. They conquer that. You know what? Just as much as they like being valued, fuck it. Let's make money off of devaluing these motherfuckers. That's when your cigarettes come into play. That's when your alcohol come into play. Yeah, like it's that real. They played on human manipulation for years. They manipulate human and mentally downgrade and uplift human for money all day, every day. They do this. I peep game. I sit through and I peep this here. You hear me? Whatever human take a liking, money will be made. Remember that. Money will be made. Wherever human gonna go, they can make money off of it. They can make money off of an area. Prime example, a park. These bitches then put up a fence and a slide and tables around trees. And they didn't make money off of their parks. They make money off of their parks. Even though a park is free, a park still getting paid. A park getting, man, they making money off of their park. You gotta eat when you go in a park, right? A lot of these people that own these parks, they own grocery stores. Yeah. They getting their money back off of you. Shit, no, a park really not free. You gotta go in there and buy lemonade, blankets, get radios, all that. Yeah, I want y'all to do y'all research. Y'all mind gonna be blown. See, a lot of y'all be so set into focusing on $1. Y'all not looking at what's around you on how they got it. You gotta study human before you really become a millionaire. You can't just up and ride off somebody else come up. You know, now I'm gonna tell you something. Some of them do it, but they get through by the skin of their teeth. They fucking tormenting them people. These people going through high in hell to get all of this money coming up off of somebody else come up. I tell a person, if you want to become a millionaire, grab you somebody and go talk and sit with them every day. Sit down and visit and study that person every day. You going to get everything you need on how to become a millionaire. If you really want that money like that and you got a good heart and you got a pure, sincere heart and you really want to make money and keep making money, you gonna do that. You gonna come up with ways, good ways, not bad ways, because anything that's evil shall perish. All of these live fast, come up for fast, temporary. Man, them people miserable. They know they ain't gonna be millionaires for long. But a person who got a plan, who gonna be a millionaire in the end till they be buried in that casket. I'm talking about they probably got money throughout their casket. Yeah, I'm talking about people who intelligent, who wise. Human is where it's at. Human is very wise, but y'all don't want to give human the time of the day. Y'all trying to shut human up. Man, it come from you. So with that being said, bruh, you know, every day you wake up, no money gonna come along anyway. But look at the bigger things before you try to chase money. Like I say, man, a lot of y'all, man, y'all still babies when it come to money. Y'all claiming y'all getting money and y'all ain't getting shit. Y'all getting temporary money. You know why? Because you claim you after the money, but you don't even know how to chase it. You know, but I'm about to get on here. I'm about to turn my music on. I'm about to get online and I'm about to read about some more shit and learn some more shit and get my mind cooperated. Because I'm telling you, when Dahmer get back out there, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. I can't play with y'all. The only time you're going to see me play with y'all is to keep y'all in good spirits. Other than that, when it come down to me getting my money and me getting what I really want out of this world, I'm not coming here to play with y'all. I'm not negotiating with y'all. I'm telling you what it's going to be. I'm going to tell you what it is, and that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be nothing more. It's not going to be nothing less. All of this other shit y'all got going on, I ain't got time for that shit no more. I'm being honest with you. I'm learning me. I'm building me up. I ain't got time to be dealing with no fucking nigga. I ain't got time to be dealing with all that because I got to be worried about you. And I'm still fucking worried about me. Yeah, time is on my side. I don't give a damn. I don't care how long this take. I'm not looking at how old I am. I'm not one of them y'all fucking weirdos. Y'all bring up age. You jealous. You looking at other people that look younger than you for what? Bitch, I look good. I look better the older I get. I can't wait to see what I look like when I hit about 60. Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna be stepping on them. Pay attention. You know, the proof is in the pudding. But I'm gonna get back to y'all. I'm gonna upload this here video. And y'all just listen to some of this shit I'm talking about, cause a lot of y'all need it. Just how you know, for certain people lack nutrition, y'all lacking this common sense. Y'all lacking this like y'all vitamin. This something that y'all need to get amped up, because the shit y'all giving out, y'all people need help. You know, you need help. But I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a blessed one, and y'all keep pushing.